Hello, welcome to another episode of Baldcast. Baldcast. We didn't do that in the last episode.
No, we didn't.
You didn't.
Why do you need to do it?
I don't
Since
know.
when it established
This is
tradition?
traditions.
That's our
are
intro, man.
Traditions
Since
are
when?
set up like this one. It's just without you knowing, you realize that it's a tradition.
Okay.
You didn't realize?
No.
Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, you realize that we are still wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, it's because we...
Yeah, we are recording this episode the same day as the last episode because actually I'll be away for a while, for about 2 to 3 weeks for work. So
It's 3 weeks. It's
Yeah.
not 2 to 3 weeks.
it's actually 2 weeks plus. Then I want to extend another few more days.
Yeah. Actually, isn't it like a month, actually?
No lah, I'm leaving on 24th. I'm coming back on 16, 17. So it's 3
1,
weeks
2,
plus.
3. 3.5 weeks.
Anyway,
3.5 weeks.
anyway,
It's almost a month.
here we are again. Today's topic is about
I don't know. You're gonna come out with the title.
Yeah,
So you should say it.
I don't know what's my title, but I guess this episode is something that
It's a bit heavier.
a bit heavier. Yeah. I have made one video that kind of talk about, actually not really talk about it, but kind of cover the same theme. That link would have pop up. I think there. Yeah, it will pop up over there. And is it there? No. Yeah, it's there, correct. So, yep, we're talking about life and death.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh. You a bit delayed, huh?
Alright.
Sorry, my throat not very good because I just recovered from a
Infection.
yeah. Last episode I think it sound weird. I think my mic sounds weird, but actually I think it's just my voice.
Lol.
I suspect it's just my voice.
And you've been like fasting over it for the
Yeah.
past 2 hours.
Yeah, because it sounds so weird. Then I was like, and my throat feels very dry, so
Hey,
pardon
drink
me
more
if I
water,
keep
please.
clearing my voice and all. Yep. I think for me, how do I even start this? I also don't know where to start this.
Maybe on like what's our personal view of death?
Death.
Okay, what do you think
Yeah.
happens after death?
Well, we start from there.
Yeah.
What is death? Death. What's your experience with death so far? Not like experience it, but like encounters.
My grandparents passing away.
How long ago was that?
Let me think. Very long ago. Like the most recent one, I can't remember how long ago already.
Was it
It was
primary
when I
school?
was in uni.
Uni is quite recent-ish one. That's like less than 10 years.
I think uni ba.
Uni.
It was my mom's mother. She was living with us. So
Oh, yeah.
actually, yeah. I think I told you before. It was like a Sunday morning. Then my parents went out to buy food. So it was
Like
just my
she was
siblings.
still staying with you all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was only my siblings and my ama. I think like, old people always wake up very early. So I think she probably woke up before us, I think. Then like I wake up, I go toilet. Then I saw like her door open. I can't remember that. Yeah, I just remember I found her on the floor next to her bed.
Oh,
Yeah, so she couldn't get up. Then I tried to help her up, but she just couldn't get up.
she was like limp lah.
No, she was just like on the floor.
But was she still?
Yeah, she was conscious.
Conscious.
Yeah, but she couldn't get up. So then I called my parents, and then my parents rushed back, and then they called the ambulance. Then the ambulance took her, then my parents went off with her. Then I think she just didn't come home after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
like was she hospitalized for a while or
Yeah,
that trip back?
after that, then she hospitalized.
Okay.
Then they
Do you-
just went
did-
downhill from there.
Back then, do you know what was the reason?
A cancer,
So
like stage
So she
don't know
was
what.
already stage what?
stage terminal, I suppose. Yeah.
Stage 4 lah. So
I think they never
she
covered
was
it.
but do you know that she had cancer for a while now?
No.
Never knew.
I think so.
Your parents don't know, or they never tell you guys?
I don't know.
Oh,
But I think it was just never discovered until then. Yeah.
So when she faint, did she faint or she just like lost strength?
Yeah. Lost strength. She just couldn't get up.
Oh wow.
Quite scary. And it was just... Yeah. It was so like...
Sudden. And sweet.
Yeah. And then it also like... I remember it was uni because I was taking a creative writing course and then I wrote a haiku about it.
Oh.
And then the haiku was something about like empty bed and like hope in our hearts. Then my teacher asked, "Oh, is this poem talking about a lover?" And I was like, no, it's not. Whoa!
Oh shit. It went another way.
It's like, nope.
I guess it's like different interpretation, right? That's art, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you're correct, uni. So anyway, yeah, then I think it was just quite sobering because when she was like limp on the floor and then she was weak, not limp, she was just couldn't get up and I think she like wet herself.
Oh.
So then I had to like clean it up after that because my parents went off. So that is when it was like, oh, like it's not like it's dirty but it's ugly, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's
like
just
you
like
cannot even
put your like
it's
somebody
like so
you care
fragile.
about in that kind of ugly situation. Like you cannot imagine that happening. Yeah, so that was uni. But yeah, I guess that's quite a mild. I think she was in hospice or so eventually. I think so. From hospital she went to
Wait,
hospice.
so from that moment
I think that was like the palliative care stage already.
palliative. You mean so prior that incident where she fell.
She was walking around. She even went to the factory to do work,
So
sit around, read newspaper.
before that she was like normal lah. So that was the kickstart. And
The
from that point,
downhill.
from that point to her passing away, how long was that?
I can't remember.
Was it like it's not like within weeks, right? It's like
No.
months.
Probably.
And they discovered more issue.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
they say that's why they say old people fall down very scary.
Yeah. I initially I thought when you talk about that incident, I thought it's like right after that she passed away.
No.
Okay,
No.
so that kind of kickstart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, then she just gone. No. Then it was just after that it was just the cremation. Because Singapore have to cremate, right?
Yeah.
Then putting in the urn and all that. It was just like seeing how upset my mother was and then just like couldn't imagine. Before that happening, you didn't know that people could be grieving until like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different when you are experiencing firsthand versus
To
like
imagining it.
hearing or like just like attending wakes, when you're not that connected to that person who's deceased.
Yeah. I think it was because like I was like in uni then I just didn't know how to process. So it's just this like I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. You don't know what to feel. Then life goes on, right? I still go to school and so yeah.
I don't think, especially in Singaporean context, we never learn how to grieve.
Really.
Yeah. I even until now, I'll say a lot of people who, at least for kids lah, I guess it's normal for kids to not know how to grieve. Yeah, like you said, you also don't know what to do. Like if you never been in a situation, it's like what to say, how should you feel? Yeah, like at the moment, like seeing your parents cry, your mom cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing your parents cry is like also a rude awakening, right? Like, wow, you never see them like
In that
as
state,
another human,
yeah.
another individual.
Yeah, because you're that young also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was your encounter,
Yeah.
closest.
Previously it was just like grandparents that was like my father's side.
Not very close.
Not close. So
Just a time.
that was just like, dialogue, cold as is to say, but as a kid you really don't
process
connect it lah.
Yeah.
Then because my father's side, the grandma passed away before I was even born. Then my mom's side, the father passed away before I was born. So the grandfather. So it was just two grandparents. So I never had many grandparents to begin with lah. Yeah.
What's that?
Your neighbor?
Maybe they're going to stop talking. Not talking, but King. Okay, what a way to break the whole momentum of this podcast.
All right. What about yourself?
Yeah, this one. So, my dad has passed away for actually many, many years. Actually, the most recent one was my grandma. Lah. She's the last living grandparent that I have.
Oh, from your
my
dad's
mom's
side.
mom.
Or your mom's side.
My dad's side, the grandparents, I've never seen them. Because when I'm born, both of them have already passed away. In fact, my dad's dad passed away when he was quite young. Also, like 18 or so. Yeah.
Was it a common?
Yeah, so if
Like-
I have a kid, so they oh no, then maybe I shouldn't have kids. Because it means that a countdown begins when the kid is born.
What the hell?
16 years, 18 years old, shit, fuck.
How old were you when your dad passed away?
So when he passed away, I was 16. So that year I was Sec 4 and it was going A-levels.
O-levels.
O-levels, yeah. And I still remember clearly, it's very easy to remember his death anniversary because it's 1st April. So it's on April Fool's Day, yeah. So I think for my dad passed away from cancer. Like he was diagnosed with cancer. I think we found out when I was in Sec 2. I can remember Sec 2 because I can remember there was this incident where I was in school. And I was sitting down, then suddenly out of nowhere I started crying in class.
Oh.
Like out of the blue. Was it out of the blue? I felt like it was like out of the blue lah. There wasn't anything that triggered it. I started crying. And everybody was confused. Everyone's confused. The teacher was damn confused. The teacher didn't know what to do. Yeah, my friends also didn't know what to say or what to do. They just saw me cry. I can't remember how it like resolved. I guess they kind of comforted me and stopped crying. I don't remember if like teachers really asked what happened. Yeah, and I can remember that happening in the classroom, and I can recall that it's likely to be in Sec 2. So I think prior... Oh my god, can they not do construction now? So prior to that, my dad, he was complaining of backaches. Yeah, very bad backaches. So yeah, so he's like, it's like those kind of backache that doesn't go away, and it's a bit like pain. So he thought it was like musculoskeletal thing. So sometimes at night he was like, hey, come and help me step on my back. So he would lie down. Then I mean, that time I was still quite, Sec 2, I don't think fully go through puberty yet, so I'm still not say very big size. Yeah, so I was like stepping on his back, then like try to massage lah. Oh my god. I'm so sorry if you can hear the talk. Damn it. Stop talking. I'm doing a podcast here. Okay, anyway, I just keep going. And so what happened next? Yeah, so after that, he went for a full body checkup at the clinic. And I think back then, what I remember was that the stool samples indicated that he might have cancer.
Oh.
I don't know what was the details, but that was what I remember. Yeah, so because of that, they actually suspected that he has intestinal cancer. So I remember he had to go for scope, then I think I followed along. He went for the scope come out, results actually, they say there's nothing wrong. So actually at that point, we were like, kind of like, oh, maybe it isn't cancer lah, maybe it's something else. So in some sense, we kind of like, oh, there's some like relief. Yeah, but I don't know what happened next, and they went for more scans and so on, and they found out that it was lung cancer. Yeah, and it was already stage 4, because the definition of stage 4 is that it has spread to other organs. Yeah, and one of the other organs is his bones, which is why he was feeling all the backaches. Yeah, so it was already terminal lah in some ways when we found out that he has cancer. Yeah, so after that, life became very different. Yeah, because my mom, after that, she needed to start to quit her job and take care of my dad, because my dad started going through all the therapy lah. So like chemo, then he even went for radio. He lost all his hair, he lost appetite, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah, and then the house atmosphere also becomes quite dark. Right? Like I didn't I think at that age I also didn't really know how to process. Yeah. So in some ways I also started going to my friend's house more. Yeah, come home a bit later, like 6, 7 p.m. Even though school ends at like 1:30, 2 p.m. Yeah, because I just didn't like being at home, you know. Yeah. Then Sec 4, so I remember he was hospitalized 1 or 2 weeks before he passed away. I think 1 to 2 months lah. 1 month, maybe 1 month before he passed away. I can't remember details, but I think he had some infection, so he stayed in the hospital. So prior to that, he most of the time he's at home. And actually at that time I couldn't understand, and I find him being selfish because he refused to be. He doesn't like to be hospitalized. Yeah. So every time there's an offer for him in the hospital, he doesn't want hospitalized. Then I was upset in the sense that I felt like he was making my mom's life difficult, because my mom is not a professional healthcare giver. So I thought like, oh, at least you being in the hospital, the nurses know what to do. If there's any problem, you're in pain, they can immediately attend to you and give you what you exactly need. Yeah. And I never understood back then that, that it's really very depressing. It sucks your life away when you're in a hospital. Yeah. So I remember he was trying to recover for like 1 to 2 weeks. We go visit him often. And then one of the days I still remember, he seems like he got better. He was like eating properly, eating well. Yeah. Then suddenly the next day after that, I remember that like image. And then next day he was unconscious. So apparently he got some infection. I think at that stage where your body is so weak, it's very hard for you to fight against infections. I think most of the time when people passed away from some of these problems, it's not they die exactly from that cause. It's something else, but their body is so weakened by whatever disease they have or whatever cancer they have, they succumb to these small infections very easily. Yeah, so I think my dad was one of those kind of cases lah. He got some infection, he fell into a coma. Yeah, then for the next few days he just didn't wake up lah. He just unconscious. Then I remember one very incident where he kind of woke up, but he wasn't himself. He was hallucinating, I think, because he woke up. He panicked. Yeah, he panicked in the sense that he said that he couldn't see. So his hands was like raising up. He was like trying to reach out to people. He panicked. Then he was like shouting. Yeah. Then at the side, we also didn't know what to do, right? So we tried to calm him down. Try to go to beside his ear. We tell him like, "Bao, we are here. We are still here. We are still here. It's okay. Don't worry. We are still here with you. We are here. Yeah, don't panic." Yeah, I don't remember how that resolved lah, but that was quite a scary moment. Yeah, seeing him in that state also. Yeah, I think after that the doctor gave him more morphine. Yeah, to take away the pain, and that put him back into coma.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think it reached a point where the doctor said that the chances of him recovering from all this is very, very, very low. Yeah, and he's most likely not gonna survive from this episode, this condition right now lah. Right now, the only thing the doctor could do is just give him more and more morphine. Yeah, and IV drips and whatever. So the doctor spoke to, I think, my mom. So my mom came to me and my sis. So we talked, and then what happened? So she said that the doctor asked whether we want him to stay on this or we have the option of taking away the glucose drip. So basically, take away glucose drip means energy, right? You run out of energy, so eventually he'll pass away lah. So I think at the time we felt like it was better for him to go lah, because seeing him suffer in that state, it's like never ending. The suffering is never ending, and at the point we also have seen him suffer for so long, for the past 2 years, going through all that bullshit chemo seeing him becoming lesser and lesser of a person. Yeah. So we said, okay, let's take off the glucose drip, and then and then for a few days so in some ways we were like waiting for him to pass away lah. Yeah. So I think for 3 days we were waiting by his bedside lah. We stayed at the hospital. I think, did we even go home? I think we did go home to bathe lah. The bathe already, and we just come back to the hospital. Yeah. Then so after 3 days, he was still breathing. Then me and my sister, we were like quite tired from like waiting. Yeah. So I remember that was on 1st April. So I think the day before 1st April, me and my sis told my mom that we want to go back to school for that one day. Yeah. So I remember that day, the next day I had common test. Yeah. So I was like, okay, no, I'm just going to go to school at least one day. Then after school, I'll come back. Yeah. So my sis also left. So I remember we went to school the next day. I got to do the test. I couldn't do anything because obviously never study, never go through anything. And my mental state wasn't there lah. I couldn't concentrate at all. So I kind of like submitted a blank paper. Yeah. Then after that, I told my teacher that I cannot concentrate. I think I'll go back. Yeah. So I remember coming home, just to like take a break. And I was like, okay, relax a bit. I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave home soon, like before lunch, then go to a hospital. But so I was like taking a break, and then suddenly I received a call from my mom saying my dad has passed. Yeah. So I rushed down, and I remember very clearly that day because that period, I think it was in year Sec 4, year what? 2004. 2004. That year was the SARS period.
Oh.
Was it SARS? SARS.
2004. Yeah.
SARS. So I remember back then the hospital, every time you had to go in to visit your relatives or whatever in the ward, you had to take temperature, I think.
Yeah.
Or like wear masks or whatever. Basically, you have to register your name lah. They need to keep a log of who is there, who is not there. Yeah. So I remember on 1st April was the day where they finally stopped this whole thing. So it's like I suddenly can just walk into the hospital. Yeah. So we went in. Yeah. And I think I arrived first before my sis. Yeah. So I arrived. Then basically see him pass already. The tubes are all taken away from him. Then he just there motionless. I don't remember my mom crying at that point. But my sis cried. When she arrived a bit later, she actually cried really hard in front of my dad. I think at that point I haven't cried yet. Because they always say like, the only guy in the family you have to be strong for. Like that's what my relatives have been telling me. Like I'm now like the main guy in the family. I need to be strong for my family. So on. So I guess in some sense it's like, okay, I need to be strong for my family. I shouldn't cry. So I didn't cry at all. Yeah. Then
Let me take tissue for you.
it's okay. Yeah. Then what happened? I still remember vividly like they have to drag the body out to another place. Then they needed someone to accompany. So I went with him, with the person. Then they put us in this huge lift. Yeah, so it's just me. Then when the door closed, it's just very quiet. It's just me, my dad, who is lying down there with the blanket over his head. Yeah, and then the guy who's bringing us there. I don't remember what we were doing actually. It's just, I think, preparing the body to be for the funeral lah. Yeah, so they're moving the body. Yeah, so after that, me and my mom and my sis, we came back. And I remember sitting in the void deck waiting for them to set up the, like the Chinese wake.
Yeah.
They'll set up the tables, everything. We're sitting there. So me and my sis, we talk a bit lah. And I remember the main thing we felt at that time wasn't so much of sad, was a sense of relief. Yeah. Because after looking back, like what has happened to him, what he had to go through, and then also thinking about the last few moments that he had, and he was just having basically morphine and IV into him. Yeah. Then for us, it was a huge sense of relief lah. Yeah. Then I think I didn't cry at all the way until when they cremated him. Yeah, I remember also on the day of the wake, which is basically sending him for the last day of the wake, I was sending him for cremation. My mom couldn't follow. There was some Chinese reasoning behind that lah. I don't know what is it, but she couldn't follow. So I remember my mom, when they're about to take his body to the van, usually you'll have that so-called final journey with that whoever person. When they take the body away, my mom cried so hard that she fainted. Yeah, at the void deck. Yeah. Then they brought the body out, cremated it. Yeah. Then I realized that the key thing I've learned back then was that the importance of grieving. Because I think I never really grieved during that whole period. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I need to be strong, I shouldn't cry so much. But after that incident, after the whole thing ended, like the years after that, every time I spoke a bit about my dad, anything, just talking a bit about it, right, I would start bawling. Yeah. It became this thing that I guess I never really healed. Yeah, I kind of like cover it up, but the moment I talk about it, the floodgates open. Like even now actually I handle it so much better. Yeah, back then, if the moment I start talking about, like, especially the incident where you see him, like, saw him like struggling at the hospital bed, wow, that one was the most tear-jerking one. The moment I think about it, I will start bawling. Yeah. So I thought that grieving was important because I think at that point I was very fixated on moving on. Yeah. So I never really like grieved or what. Yeah. So nowadays especially when my friends encounter the same similar issues, or like when things happen, yeah, one of the key things I always tell them is to grieve. Yeah, I think grieving is very important because you need that outlet. You need to let it out at least once. Yeah, and if you don't, I feel like it will fester in a lot of other ways, and I think it will hurt you in the longer run. Yeah. So I guess this episode like made me appreciate life a lot more at a younger age. In some ways, I'm kind of forced to grow up also. Yeah, like you start thinking about like, oh, what would life be like without one more person? Like how your foundation at home is shaken. Yeah, it's like it's not gonna be the same. Yeah, and at that younger age, I didn't really know what to do. So I'm also not mature enough to fully understand how things would change at home. Yeah. So, but I in some ways I'm grateful in the sense that I grew up quite fast because of that. I wouldn't say I'm like super mature, but yeah, I feel like there are things that I was able to see and do that a lot of people at my age at that time wasn't able to appreciate as much. Yeah. So a lot of learning lessons, and also like the idea that he passed away on 1st April, to me it was memorable, and I felt that like it felt like it in some ways it could be just a message telling me that, in some ways at the start I remember I was like, is this like whatever higher being, is there a god, is like playing a joke at me, because it's not funny, right? But at the same time, after a while, I also appreciated the fact that like life is short lah, and we shouldn't be too uptight about a lot of things. Yeah, so enjoy life, be happy, have fun, don't take things too seriously. Yeah, there's no time for you to be too upset about a lot of other things lah. Yeah, that's how I managed to kind of resolve it in myself. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the story. Yeah. But I think like the whole grieving process and like the whole thing, actually the healing process takes very long. Yeah. I would have to say that now I can say that I have moved on. Like if now I talk about it, I might still tear up a bit, but I wouldn't be bawling. Yeah. So like I think like the moving on stage at the start is every small thing you realize that it triggers the memory. Like just being able to call someone dad, like the first meal without him, the first dinner without him, the first dinner at my grandma's place without him. Yeah, without him coming and pick us up. The first Father's Day, his first birthday, my first birthday without him. Yeah, all these things, kind of like, it just comes out. Like, oh, he's not here, he's not here, he's not here. So you get this constant reminder that he's not here, and every time I thought about it, it hurts lah. Yeah, but over time you do get used to it. Yeah, and you after a while you also realize that I'm thinking less about it. That's where I also realized that I have slowly moved on lah. Yeah. So yeah, I think grieving is very important, because, and also the idea that, like in some ways the way I saw it is because I'm not religious, right? You don't think about like oh, he went to heaven or whatever shit, but like in some ways also the way I saw it is like he kind of have passed, but his existence is still in me. Like how he had brought me up in certain ways or things, his influence. Sometimes the things I do are because of his influence. Yeah. So my dad was kind of also a bit like a joker kind one. Yeah, he likes to disturb me, disturb my sis. Yeah, make stupid motions. These are some of the things you see me doing. I think in some ways those are the things that he has influenced me, and I found comfort in knowing that some of these things that he is still within me. His existence is still within me. Yeah. So I think that's something that I've managed to find appreciation for, and something that I'm grateful for lah. Yeah. So it's a really, really long story. I've told a few friends about this story. Yeah. And I remember got once is the OCIP. We are like sharing session like overseas.
HTHD.
Yeah, so it's like everybody going around sharing a story. I remember very clearly. I remember one of my friends, he's my close friend, I think you know who, Shu Chong.
Oh, Shu Chong.
Because Shu Chong's mom was, during uni, his mom was diagnosed with leukemia. Yeah, I think now she's in remission, so she's a bit better. But back then he was also struggling with this thing lah, and I was there for him. Like I tried to give him some advice on what to do, what to approach, and I was trying to be there for him lah at that period. Yeah, so I remember during that session, I think he was the first or second guy who needed to share. He started sharing about his mother. Oh shit! I tell you, at the side of there, wow, I cannot, yeah. I just hold him in, I cry a bit, I hold it in, and then when he thought he was emotional also, wow, it's my turn, and it's my turn. The moment I say one, I choke already. I start choking. I couldn't say anything. Yeah. So that was quite yeah. That was like the building up. And the moment I talk about it, I started bawling. Yeah. So, in some ways, like death is this concept where, like, I mean, for people, especially like Christians, when they talk about all these things, they're like, oh, we are returning back to the
God or to
God,
Lord or something
right?
like that. Yeah. I think so.
To heaven. Yeah, but for like non-religious people like myself, like death is a concept that you have to learn to deal with and learn to grapple with. Yeah. So in some ways, sometimes I also envy being like religious people, like they are able to
Just accept it.
have that
Comfort.
they can seek comfort in those things that they believe in, right?
Yeah.
For myself, it's like, oh, at the start, it's so scary, right? To think about not existing, especially as you grow older, you have that sense of self-awareness, like being conscious of yourself, of what you feel and what you see. Yeah, but so at the start, it's like very scary, like, oh shit, how am I gonna deal with this? Or like, what is the final moment of death gonna be like? Yeah, but after a while, you also realize that thinking about all this thing doesn't do anything. Right, so it's like, firstly, it's pointless to think about all the such things. Yeah, and secondly, the fact that because you're gonna die at the end of the day, you should be more.
I mean, it affects the way you live your life.
Yeah, you should be more productive. Not productive, but you should do more lah in the short time that you have. Like, do more in the sense of what you want to do. Do more in terms of what you want to do for the people around you. Yeah, and I think if we are all immortals, we'll just take things for granted forever. Yeah. So I think having that end point, like anything, right, in like projects or whatever, having an end point helps you to be more focused. Yeah. And yeah, there's nothing to be scary about death lah. It's as natural as breathing, I feel. Yeah. Even if we don't exist, then we don't exist lah. Then no, moving on lah, you know. But like, while you exist, then let's do something about it lah, you know. Let's be try to be nice to people, you know, try to be understanding to people. If people, if people need help, you try to help them. The small things that you can do lah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a saint. I'm not always trying to help people, right? People with signs like feed. If you don't you don't donate to me, I'll go hungry.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I will go and donate to you lah, right? But in general, like my friends and so on, sometimes when I feel like it, I will donate. Sometimes if I don't feel like it, I won't. But in general, like people that you love and you care for, you try to be good to them. You know, people who are nice to you, good to you, don't try not to take it for granted. Yeah.
Yep.
Any thought?
No, just thanks for sharing.
Yeah. It's a long. Thanks for scratching
Mini
my arm.
hug. Mini hug. Mini hug.
Yeah, I feel so bad. I feel so good now.
You hear my voice is hugging you.
Okay, enough. Enough.
Okay.
Yeah, there was this TED talk. I think I'm gonna link it in the description or whatever, about like life and death. I can't remember who is it from, but it talks about like the whole hospital thing, like hospital being a very
Dehumanizing way to die.
tubes,
Place to
is
die.
it 4 walls, yeah. So that's why they talk about like how palliative care is important.
Yeah.
You know, it's about the quality of the life remaining rather than you trying to extend the quantity. Yeah, like let's say now we can go on to this point about life support. You know, if let's say if let's say you are gonna die soon,
What does life support mean?
it means that most likely you can, let's say for example, you cannot breathe by your own. There's an external machine that helps you breathe. You're already like unconscious.
Oh, so my body has essentially already shut down and given up.
Maybe, yeah.
But there's no way of recovering lah.
Yeah.
Then
Like, will you want to like preemptively tell people around you that, oh, please take me off life support? Don't,
yeah,
right?
because they're only prolonging their own suffering. I'm already gone. Right.
You know, you said that you have a friend who said that, right?
I don't think she'll listen. So yeah, okay, we can share this story.
Yeah. So you said that a friend who said that if her sister, is it,
Yeah. So
is on life
yeah.
support,
She won't.
she want your friend to take her off life support, right, or something.
Is it? Oh no,
Then
I
your
don't
friend
remember
said
whether
don't want, right?
I don't remember whether her sister said that, but she said that she won't.
If her sister is on life support,
She won't take her sister
She won't take
off.
her off life support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will like keep it going as long as it can.
Yeah. What do you think?
Because she says she won't give up on.
Won't give up on
sister.
her, right?
Yeah.
I find that is so fucking selfish. Yeah. I feel like it's not fair to the person who's in that condition. Prolonging that person's suffering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like for me, I mean my thoughts are the same in terms of like, if let's say I'm at that stage already, yeah. Just
But
put me
one
on
way
misery.
to look at it is that if I'm already gone, like brain dead,
Then there's no point.
then I'm also not even conscious to realize that my body is suffering. So the only person suffering here is the person who chose to put me on life support. Continue putting me on life support.
Cause they cannot move on.
Yeah. So then it becomes not my problem already lah.
That's true.
I mean,
but the problem is you may not even we never know whether these people are
still conscious.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, that's the scary part. If I'm stuck in my body and then I know I'll never be able to get out. It's like, just let me out. Let me go into the abyss.
Yeah, that's the worst, right?
Yeah,
like, you
that's
cannot
the
communicate to people around you.
What you want,
You're
right?
conscious, but like you're suffering, you're in pain,
Yeah.
but you can't tell anyone.
Yeah.
That's the most fucked up, man. That's
Yeah.
like the worst.
So then
torture.
that
That's
would
like,
be-
that's like I wouldn't even wish that upon my enemies. Because
Yeah.
that's like, wow.
Yeah. So I guess that is selfish if that person is still conscious. lah.
I feel like you know, people always say like they tell whoever who is suffering, like, you know, you're suffering a lot, but you know, if you don't want to live for yourself, then live for me, you know. Like you must still do it, you must still go through this treatment, you must go through that, you know.
That's damn
Don't
selfish.
die. Like, in some ways I know that you're caring for that person, but at the same time I realize that when people do things like this, you are wanting them to live on for your own sake.
Yeah, but then I guess also on the flip side is that the other people are helping the person to find a reason to fight lah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, yeah, like giving up smoking or something.
But I always feel like when people force others to go on treatment or whatever when they don't want to, are being very selfish. I mean, I can understand, but at the same time, you shouldn't impose what you want on them.
What if it's like giving the person a kick, you know, like the kick that they need to do something to help themselves.
But is that what they need? If let's say they are being forced to do things against their will, you know, like some children will like some children will ask their elderly parents to go force them to eat medicine or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's a hard. There's no black and white lah. There's no like right or wrong. Yeah, but me personally going through it, I also realized that sometimes, at moments like this, you're also still thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You don't want to lose this person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'm given the choice, I would need to choose lah. I should be able to choose lah, because ultimately, firstly, it's my life lah. Like I would choose quality over quantity lah. You know, and yeah, you telling me to live longer is like, if people think that I'm being selfish for choosing to live a shorter life, then that person is also being selfish at the same time in wanting me to live a longer life when I don't want to. You know, so
That sounds like euthanasia,
yeah,
which is illegal.
yeah. I mean, I'm actually, in some ways, I am in support for euthanasia,
Yeah.
because yeah, life is important and so on, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's easy for everyone to say this until you are suffering. Every fiber of your body is suffering. You're forever in pain. You're like forever taking drugs. You know, you are not yourself anymore because your mind is not functioning properly because of all the drugs that you're taking. Yeah, yeah. When those people say like, "Oh, no, life is beautiful," you know,
This
yeah,
this reminds me of the arguments for and against abortion. Right?
yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Kind of.
Well, but
The
then that's
value of a life.
another debate by its own, right?
Yeah, it
So
is.
big. But euthanasia, I won't say like, I never really thought about which side I am on, because I usually try to sit on
Be
the
neutral.
fence. Yeah, but now that I think about it, I do support euthanasia. I don't like campaign for it, but I can see how euthanasia can give the kind of what's that word?
Graceful death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some form of graceful death. Like, what's the point to have a life when you no longer feel human anymore? That's not the kind of... I don't want to die not being human anymore. Not able to think and process as a human anymore. Yeah, I think that's...
Just a creature of pain.
Yeah, I think that's worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to share a bit about the project on the deaf? You have done is it your FYP?
Yeah.
Final year project.
Yeah.
Were there any key takeaways you felt during... do you want to briefly talk about that project first? What was it about?
You have time?
Have. We still have. I know I spoke like more... You barely had few words
Oh, it's okay.
in this podcast.
It's called Baldcast. It's not called Yvetcast. So
You want to be bald too? Then you can be
no
part
thanks.
of
I'm
it.
already balding. Thanks. So I hate it when people stand behind me. Actually,
Oh, why?
yeah, I feel self-conscious. Like I got bald spot. You can tell.
I can understand.
Yeah.
I
So I feel self-conscious, but it's like,
whatever
it's
lah.
got balding spot lah. But anyway, I did my FYP on deaf. So because I did comm school, right, then we can choose whatever project we want to do. So a group of us got together to do a interactive online documentary. Basically what it means is that it's online, it's a website. It combines all sorts of medium like video, infographic, and articles. So what we did was we went to interview people from different backgrounds, different faiths on what they think about death. So we approach people who work in palliative care. We approach people who are terminal patients. We approach people who are the funeral services. Yeah. So we talk about what they think death is. Yeah. Then
Was there is there something that you learned through that project that makes you see death in a certain way?
I think it's like when you talk to even the terminal cancer patients. It's like life goes on, lor. Even when they know their days are limited, but what they can do is just to continue living with what they have left. It's not like life is...
Has
When
come and
life is
stopped
limited,
still.
then you need to, do this great thing or go into this great trip, or it's them just still living
Trying to live
how
a
they
normal
can.
life.
Yeah. Like, so what they do is that they will come to this daycare center, so the nurses will like arrange programs for them throughout the day to just keep them active lah. So some of them live alone, Yeah. So for them it's like that community. So I guess community is important. Yeah.
Now that you talk about that, I talk about how I think the idea of death humbles us. You know, like in the face of death, everybody's equal, right? In the face of death, we like it's never about the fame. It's never about being successful. It's not about you know who has the most money, right? At the end of the day, when death comes knocking on your door, you just want to have that sense of
You never know. We haven't been to death yet. How do you know there's no special section somewhere in hell for all the rich people? Or like, hey, I want your autograph. Okay, I can go in for
hey,
free.
that's the section of the lawyers. Oh,
A doctor's got a special section.
They damn close to the furnace, yeah. Hey, I over here. Lawyers.
Right, I haven't been there yet. You don't know. Maybe the pearly gates when you open, it depends how much money you have.
Like, if I see hell, it's like, fuck. Religion was right all along.
Should have gone to church.
Damn it! Damn it! Now I'm condemned for eternity.
But I get it. Yeah, equal. Yeah. Because equal in the sense that everybody dies.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are, how many people worship you, you are still gonna die. But then these people, they want to live on in history. You know?
That's how they
But then also like what's the point if you're already dead?
Immortality.
Immortality for who? You also can't be there to enjoy it.
In that sense.
Yeah.
It's like living a monk, right? Everybody thinks about
it's like how Socrates and Aristotle is still being talked about today. And it's been millennia since they died.
But it's just the name. You don't even know how they look like or whatever.
But their words live on, you see. And then
like, so what?
And their ideas continue to shape how we think today.
That's true. But like so what? Like
that means they still got impact on the world. But then it's because it's so what? Because they're not even alive to enjoy it. So so what? Yeah,
so what?
But
I mean I can understand people wanting to leave an impact in the world.
Yeah.
In some ways. Like I guess when you're younger it's so naive. When I was younger I was so naive, also thinking about all these things. But as I grow older it's like so what, you know? Even if I can leave impact in my own way to the people that I care about, I think to me that's more important.
Yeah. And I think it's also when you grow up you realize not everybody will be important.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be Lee Kuan Yew.
Yeah. And that like a lot of people you also don't need to care about how they think or see or whether they need to know you. Like Understand also.
How do you think like your view of death shape the way you live?
I think it's something that I don't really constantly think about. I think when I first have that awareness, which I probably think it's in primary school or something. When I have awareness, I have that sense of fear. Yeah. And I just kind of like tuck it aside. Yeah. Now that I grow older, it's something that I still don't think about it all the time, right? Because why think about something that you have no control over, right? And most is like you try to live a healthy life, you try to,
but you can't really control it anyway.
But there are other things that you can't fully control. Like I kind of also accepted the fact that most likely I'm gonna get cancer in the future, because my dad, I think my granddad from my dad's side they have no idea what he died from because that was quite earlier on. Yeah. So what I can do is just try to be healthy lah. My dad, I wouldn't say he has the most healthiest.
Have you gone for a full body checkup yet?
Oh, not yet.
How old are you already?
21. Yeah.
Plus 10.
Yeah. But how do I shape it? I guess more accepting as it being natural. Yeah, like I said, like I'm also grateful that when someone close to me is going through this grieving. Sorry, I'm not crying, just my nose is blocked.
Okay.
Like when a friend is have to grieve or like someone close to them passed away, I know I'm not afraid to step forward to give a hand. You know, I'm not afraid to quickly drop them a message saying, like telling them that, hey, you know, yeah, it's okay to grieve, and I'll be here if you need to talk. Yeah, just trying to be there for them and ask them, like just attending a funeral wake can mean a lot to them also. Just spending some time with them. Yeah, just checking on them whether they're okay. I think these are a lot of small things that all of us can do lah. When someone like when your friend or someone close to you who has someone close to them passed away. I think these are small things, small gestures that you can do. Offer to say to just say like, if you need a year, just drop me a text. Once this is over, let's hang out. You know, let's go eat something. Let's talk about it, and don't be afraid to. I feel like you don't have to be afraid to trigger them.
Oh.
As long as you come, as long as what you're doing is trying to be concerned, trying to know more. You know, like don't be afraid to ask like what happened to them. Let them share. I think sometimes some people, they just want to share. Yeah. So that when you hear the story, you are also then also be able to be more empathetic, emphatic to them. You know where they're coming from, knowing how close they are.
Maybe it's empathetic.
I feel like it's empathetic.
Maybe emphatic is the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're checking now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think these are small things that everyone can do lah. Yeah. When
Oops.
to deal with it.
Empathetic is correct. My bad.
My English better. My English is better.
Yalla.
Maybe
Yeah.
let's go to the last part. I want to ask you this. How do you want to die? If let's say you have a choice.
I want to die immediately. I mean, as in,
I guess. Step.
like whatever happens to me, I want death to be instant.
Instant.
Yeah.
No pain, nothing.
Yeah, correct. I don't even want to be aware like, oh fuck, I'm dying. You know, just like, oh, that's it. Like, like, you know, when I see cockroach, like, and then I'm dead, you know. I don't want a point of consciousness where I'm
Then
like,
your
I'm
death
dead.
cert will write.
Like-
Cause of death, see cockroach. You'll be on your death cert.
Like imagine if death come from the back, that kind of situation. So I'm not even aware of it. Because I don't even want to have any split second to regret anything.
Oh,
You know?
I get what you mean.
Yeah. So it's best if like it's a instant death.
Wow.
KO.
I want to, for me, as long as I don't, actually I don't know anything about it. I was just thinking, I wanted to say like, as long as I don't deteriorate into someone that isn't me anymore. Yeah, I just don't want, as long as that's, and don't want to be in pain for long periods of time. I think that'll be perfect. Death, die in my sleep. I think that's the death that everybody wish for, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
What?
Like also in some ways, like you don't know, you're not in pain, you just go. Yeah, I think that's like the ideal state of dying. death by sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being human, being myself. Cause my grandma, she had dementia,
Oh.
right? So to a certain point, I also don't really know whether that's still her. I mean, I know that is still her, but like just engaging with her doesn't feel like she's her anymore. Yeah, sure, she don't remember me. Then she just keep asking the same question. Who are you? Are you a doctor? And she'll just give a thumbs up. Then, yeah, doctor, I'm doctor. Then she, thumbs up. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's probably what I want.
Yeah. You think it's important to talk about death?
Definitely. I think
How often is this conversation? Should this conversation be taking place?
when someone passes. I actually don't know, like, cause you also, like, I I think most of my friends, even they are Christians, I think the idea of death, the way to approach it is also similar lah. I think even sometimes I also feel like even though they are Christians, there's still that sense of fear and so on. Until they started reaching out to the idea of how, he's returning to the God or whatever, returning to the Father, all those conversations. But I think that idea of confronting death is universal. Yeah. The idea of how to give comfort to someone who's grieving is also universal. Right. Yeah, and I feel like just being there for people when they need it, when they're grieving will be very helpful lah to most of us. Yeah. That's how I feel. Yeah. But I think there's not much to that is a lot is scary because you don't know what it feels like.
Yeah. That's why religion is
sense
so
of unknown.
attractive.
Yeah. I mean, religion has. I feel like religion is always there to answer the unknowns lah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where
That
I mean
even
I
science
did
can't answer.
remember once looking out the drama, look out the window when my dad had cancer. I think when it first happened, I was like, I kind of like, oh, is there a God? If there's a God, then tell me why my dad? Why him? Why not me? Why can't I suffer in the place of him? Why must he go through all this? Yeah, no answers, nothing. Yeah.
I remember, I think when I was a kid, I also tried praying before. And I think when my grandma also, when she fell sick, I also was just like praying. It's like, nope, nothing.
Yeah, I think moments like this
Make you want answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it make you hope that religion can
Provide
because you're
the
just
answer.
looking for answers and comfort from anywhere.
Yeah.
And you at times I also felt like, I was hoping religion could give me that sense of comfort.
Yeah.
Maybe we have been abandoned already because of all the shit that we have done in our life. At that point, it's like,
Also by then, they're
this
like,
one, no hope already.
not worth
Satan can have
cultivating.
it. Satan, the devil can have this person already. 算了, send him to hell.
No, but in order to accept there is a Satan, you must accept there is a God.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
No, so I'm saying that
Oh.
God see us as not worth saving anymore. Not worth speaking in this one. Yeah, don't waste my time. I got 301 million prayers to answer. This one, I have 99
Wait.
prayers, but yours ain't one.
Wait, what if you talk about all this kind of thing, right? Then all the Christians start sliding into your DMs. It's like, Kenneth, everybody is worth saving.
Yeah. Then let them slide in my
Please
DM.
don't.
Let's let them slide in my DM. I mean, everybody has their opinions, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to condemn
Yeah.
what other people believe in.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Christian, good for you lah. Yeah, but I have my own beliefs, so yeah, we can always agree to disagree. So anyway, I think we can end this podcast. I spoke so much on this. Yeah, sorry, Yvette.
Oh.
You're just here to cry with me.
No!
But thanks for crying with me.
Dinner's on you.
Dinner has always been on me.
Says who?
Yeah, you got paid. Yeah, but thanks for listening. This is a very heavy,
Somber
podcast. Yeah. Thanks. I think when you see this should be in October. This should be the October episode.
Wow.
Yeah. I should be back. In
Great
Singapore.
for Spoopy October. Halloween, right? Spoopy. No?
No.
Not Spoopy.
Okay, we can move on. Thanks for listening. The sound quality, I don't know whether this is better. I need to edit to know whether the sound is okay.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have things that you want to share or so on, do drop in
Slide
the
into your
comments.
DMs.
Slide in my DMs. Follow me at Kenneth NGGG triple G's. Or you can follow Yvette at
Yvette's journal.
Yeah, or you can find me on Facebook at Pure Productions or my YouTube channel. So
Yep.
that's all. Thank you, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.